private jets, taking trips. Come back at 6, wake me and your child. And then won't lay today, make me wonder who you might have been playing with. Makes me wonder who you think.
Hey Mfers, welcome back. Today I am going to be showing you how I achieve a very natural, sort of no makeup look, but it's my go-to look when I am running errands and I might run into someone at the grocery store that I know, and I want to look, like I got my shit together. So let's get to it. So there are obviously many variations that you can use. Definitely find what works best for you. There's two things that we can do for our base. Now I have already prepped my skin. I've done my skincare, and I don't have any primer on yet, but you could use something like a tinted moisturizer. This is mine from Shiseido. My cat ate it. I don't use it very much because my preferred no makeup thing is using this Perlice. This is full coverage and it has sunscreen in it. And what I do is I actually use just a little bit, like, see if you can see that, like not very much at all, because like I said, it is full coverage, so about that much. And then just go in with your moisturizer of choice, like that. I like this because the moisturizer helps it stay hydrated all day, and I don't have to worry about it looking dry and cakey. So the next step is I'm actually just going to go in with my fingers. I tend to like just apply a little bit everywhere. Now it looks way too light. It's because of the sunscreen and the moisturizer. When this starts drying down, it's gonna blend in with my skin, I promise you. Get right up underneath my eyes. All right, so now that that is settled into my skin, you can see that it blends pretty well into my skin. Like I said, this is gonna stay hydrated all day. If you have dry skin, I would recommend this method definitely, because after like 6 or so hours, your foundation is going to start separating, even with a good primer. So definitely recommend putting moisturizer into your foundation, and then you can just use your hands to put it in there. Some days, I have 3 kids. I don't have time to just be using all the brushes and going the whole 9 yards for my look, and I just want a little something. So now that that's done, I'm going to go ahead and fill in my brows. If there was 2 things and only 2 things that I could do before I leave the house as far as makeup is concerned, it would be brows and mascara. So I absolutely never skip my brows. I just fill them in with this ABH Brow Wiz pencil. It takes me all of like 1 minute. One thing that I have found that helps keep your brows looking really natural is by not filling in the front. So what I do is I just line the outer parts of my eyebrows. I fill in this part because that's the part that's most sparse, and whereas this part is the most filled in anyway, so it gives it a really natural look. And again, this is all about looking natural, no makeup sort of thing. Next, I'm going to be applying just the smallest amount of blush. I just think it gives a really nice, healthy glow. You can definitely skip this part if you're not a blush person, but I like a little bit. I bring it all the way up to my hairline, The next step that I'm going to do is take a little bit of setting powder. I just put a little bit in here, and what I do is I take a big brush, which is going to stop me from getting too much, and then I'm just going to dust it all over my face. This is just going to help the makeup set, and it's going to stop it from creasing throughout the day. The part of my face that creases the most is underneath my eye. You can see I have like a small wrinkle, I guess. I go in with a sponge and I just take a little bit extra and I just pat it in there. Not only does it help it from, or prevent it from creasing, but it also blurs that line a little bit. And I'm not adding a lot. I'm just adding enough to really set the foundation. If you want to go on top of that and add some highlighter, you definitely can. I just choose not to. That's my personal preference, but you can definitely choose to go in and just add a little bit of highlighter. One thing that I found super helpful is just to move your face around and see where the light reflects naturally off of your face. It's gonna be the high points, like of your cheeks. Some people put it right here, your nose, your cupid's bow, excuse me. So that would be where I would place it if I was going to do some highlighter. For the eyes, I see a lot of people go in with just like a contour right in, like above their crease. I don't like doing that. I just prefer to use a little bit of eyeshadow. So I have this, this is a Naked 3 palette, and you can see it's all really nude except for these last few. And I have found that this one in the shade Liar looks pretty much like I don't have makeup on, but it still adds a splash of something, so it doesn't, I don't know, you'll just see when I put it on. I'm also gonna add some color just to the very tip of it. And I'm gonna sweep that underneath my eye to give it some dimension. Now I'm gonna go in with a fluffy brush and just blend all of that out. You see how that gives my eye like a little bit of something without being like totally overbearing. It doesn't look like I have a ton of eyeshadow on, but it makes me feel just a little bit less plain. I'm not gonna go in with any lashes today. I am gonna use an eyelash curler and just curl my lashes. Now you can go in with your mascara of choice and just apply. Now, if you wanted to really go for the no makeup look, you could use clear mascara. They sell it in pretty much every drugstore. I think that just 1 or 2 coats of mascara doesn't look excessive. But again, you can personalize doing makeup however you want to. What I have found is that as long as you look symmetrical, people really won't bat an eye at you. And if you don't know, start at the base of your lashes, and as you go up, you're gonna wanna twist this so you're getting the maximum amount of product onto your lashes. And it's also gonna help define your curl and give you some volume. Now I'm gonna go in for a second coat. I hate clumpy, stuck together lashes. I always go in with one of these. Again, you can find these at like any drugstore. This is actually just an e.l.f. one, and I comb through. You do want to wait until your lashes are fully dried, or else it's just going to smear the product off onto this. So wait until it's dried and then just comb this through, and it's really going to help separate the lashes, and it's going to give you more of a natural look. All right, now that that is done, the last step is lips. And what I like, my go-to is this Huda Beauty. This is a matte liquid lip. I like this because it dries down completely, so there's no transfer. It does start to dry your lips out after probably like 4 hours. So to refresh it, what I do is I actually just add either a gloss or a chapstick over it, and that refreshes the color. But at that point, it does begin to transfer. So again, to find what works for you. I do like this. Usually what I'll do is I'll apply this in the morning before I go to work. Before lunch, I'll apply either the gloss or the chapstick, and then during my lunch break I'll wipe it off, and then I'll reapply, and it'll be good for the rest of the day. So that's what I found works. I'm not going to use a lip liner. Again, if you want to, you can, but you know, in the morning I'm rushing around, I'm trying to get the kids ready, and ain't nobody got time for that, so I do not go in with a lip liner. And if you want it even more natural, you can go in with a piece of tissue paper and then just blot the excess off. And that is it, my friends. That is how I apply my makeup when I just am gonna be usually in town for a short period of time, and I just want to look, you know, like I got a good night of sleep, because that doesn't ever happen for me. Again, this is about finding what works for you. What is nude for me is not going to be nude for you. But I do suggest, if you're going for a more natural look, to stick to nude colors. It's pretty easy to use those without messing up too much. You don't have to have a ton of skill to do it. It doesn't take a long time to do this. I think altogether I've been sitting in this chair for maybe 15 minutes. So it's a very, very simple thing that you can do and make you more confident, more beautiful. Not that you're not already, but you know, just to feel that sort of confidence when you're going out and about. So that's all I have for you today, and I thank you so much for joining me. If you haven't yet, I would appreciate it if you could subscribe, and I will see you in the next video.